sat in my piano to see what I could create. And I opened my mouth to see what words would come out today. And to my surprise, there was only one thing on my mind, yeah. How incredible you are, Lord, you're the reason I'm alive. Lord, you're the best, no one compares. When I'm in need, you meet me there. You have proven yourself. I make a mess, but you don't care. You dust me off and make me well. I can't imagine life without your help. So I'm saying you are everything to me, and I love you more than anything. Without you, yeah, there would be no me. So I've come to realize that you're irreplaceable. Yes, you are, Lord. Ooh, yeah. I sat and reminisced on the troubles of my yesterday. I begin to remember some of my old and foolish ways, yeah. Somehow you managed to deliver me, keep me safe, yeah. I know if it was by my power, I would be somewhere crazy today. But I'm safe by your grace. Lord, you're the best, no one compares.
Your radio never sounded better.
You have proven yourself. I make a mess, but you don't care. You dust me off and make me well. I can't imagine life without your help. So I'm saying you, yes you are, Lord. And I really, really, really love you, yeah. Without you, yeah, there would be no me. So I come to realize that hey, you're irreplaceable. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Lord. Yeah. No substitute for you. No one can feel your shoes. No one can do what you can do. No substitute for you. No one can feel your shoes. No one can do what you can do. No.
Smooth 90.5 FM. Smooth 90.5 FM WGSJBC Radio. We're back live in effect, back in live in effect. That was Corey Barksdale. He is a Chicago native and gospel recording artist. That is Corey Barksdale from Chicago. That was his piece called "You're Inspirational," and that's what we're talking about: being inspirational in your relationships. How inspirational are you? We have three beautiful women in here. I am. Last week we were covered with hormones in here with 9 women, but today we only have 3 beautiful women in here: Miss Yvonne, Miss Gidget, and Miss Tracy. They're all in the same age range. We're all in the same age range, and we're talking about a dating issue. But first off, I was brought to my attention that my program director, Tiffany, did not bring it to my attention that Miss Yvonne was not aware that she was going to be on the show for Singles and Mingle because she didn't want that. So we're going to do a little brief talking about with her comedian, her client, Miss Gidget. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Miss Gidget. We got you live today. It's Friday, and we want to know all about the comedian, where you're going to be performing at, what type of comedy that you do. This is not bust out time. This is all about you. I found out who Miss Gidget is, and where did Gidget? Is Gidget your real name, or is that a stage name?
Gidget is an acronym. It stands for God is definitely giving energy to talent.
Wow.
So,
okay.
I started actually doing comedy when I was 2.
Started doing. So you were like that beginning of Eddie Murphy. Where, thank you very much. Yeah, and the bear white the rabbit with the boo boo. Thank you,
right.
thank you very much. So
yeah.
So you got into comedy. Tell us about the game of comedy. We're talking. This is real radio. This is not no fake radio.
Right.
This is not Blog Talk Radio.
Right.
This is real radio. We're gonna talk about what I've seen a lot of comedians out there, and a lot of people get up there. You hear me cracking jokes. You even say, "Oh, we got another Bernie Mac." I am not trying to be no Bernie Mac. I'm not trying to be no other comedian. I'm just trying to be myself. I have my little personalities and stuff that I can do. Thank you for coming to 11. But anyway. I'm not going.
Accent.
Oh,
He's
but
so funny.
but the game of comedy. Tell us about that.
Well, if I may, it's pretty much political.
Okay.
And to me, you could be funny or not and still make it. Mm-hmm. It's about your connection. It's about who you know. But more importantly, you have to work at what you're doing in order to be consistent. Mm-hmm. And I started when I was 21 or 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you've been in this game for quite a minute.
Yeah. I've been on BET Comic View.
Really?
I've done several commercials, plays. So, yeah. So I've, been around the block.
We have a celebrity. We have another celebrity in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We have another celebrity in the house. And she's like, yeah, whatever.
Where the money at?
do comedians make a lot of money? How is it? What is the for my listeners that's trying to get into the game of being a comedian?
You can make money, and again, it comes with you being consistent. Bernie used to call it pay your dues, and once a person sees how If you stay consistent, agents, people see you, you do shows, people book you for stuff, and then you constantly, get booked for different events, venues, you travel. So there are very, very great opportunities that are out there for comedians.
Now, I'm going to be frankly honest with you. It's been tossed around in my head a couple times with me and a couple of partners. We've thought about reopening up a new version of All Jokes Aside. There are no comedy clubs out here at all.
No.
I can't even think of a comedy club. There was Riddles. What was
Comedy
that?
Act Theater back in the day.
47th and King Drive over there. Was it Blue? Oh no, that's Jokes and Notes.
That's Jokes and Notes. So
yeah,
we
had
that's on King Drive, but
so that's a comedy thing.
Yeah, but we had like the Cotton Club, Comedy Act Theater, Dejois.
Ooh, that's old school.
I know, but it's
Yeah.
So now you're doing shows in the bar and the club. You know what I'm saying? Which takes away to me from the comedy setting, Because if you're trying to do comedy in a bar, somebody's watching TV, and you say, "Okay, we get ready to start the show." Now they angry and they want to heckle you. Which is okay.
There was a club that I first met Tornado at. Tornado was at this club on Halsted, and I did not know. When I walked in there, that was when I was dating. I walked into this club. I said, "Hey, let's go in this club." I didn't know it was a comedy club. I thought it was a house club. Went in there. It wasn't a house. Yeah, it was a house club. All right. It was right on the corner, right across from the chocolate factory where they make the chocolate at on Halsted once you go over the bridge. I can't think of the name. But walked in there, and I seen these chairs. It was dark in there, and they had dildos sticking up out the chair and everything.
Oh, my God.
I can't think of the name of the place. It was right on the corner of Halsted, right past Fullerton, but
wow.
But it was a comedy club too. But Tornado was there, and we was there. That was before he ended up on GCI and everything.
Yeah.
That was back in the day. But there's no comedy spots really where you can actually sit down and. Unless you go to the Improv. I went to the Improv where I seen Mr. Edwards, who does the impressions of Denzel Washington, and they have all the big comedians out there from Timon Davidson, Dana Carvey out there in Schaumburg. Is it hard for a not so well known comedian to make it to the Improv or Chicago Improv or somewhere like that?
I think they do have open mic, and again, it comes with being consistent. You know, if they see you committed, I'm sure at some point they would put you on. Mm-hmm. But you can't just, unless you're up and coming and you have an agent, you know, I'm sure that camaraderie with you talking with the agent and the club gets you a spot.
I'm sure your agent right now is sitting next to you, your management sitting right next to you. Don't answer questions unless I give him authorization, right? She looking at me, give me the corner of her eye like, don't you dare ask my client that question. You know, like, she's looking up and down. She's a businesswoman.
Right.
She's sitting there. I'm not going to call her out.
She's
but
serious.
She's serious. She's just sitting there texting away and talking business and being on the radio at the same time.
Right.
So what type of comedy do you do? I'm not trying to bust you out, agent, because I want to continue having you come aboard, you know. You're like, yeah, right. I'm going to get you when I get off the air. But go ahead. What is your format? What is your style?
I pretty much talk about life experience. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I think that's, to me, the funniest, because you could take your own pain and turn it into funny. Mm-hmm. So I talked about my experience moving from Chicago to Dallas. Didn't know I had gallstones. When I got there, went to the emergency room, found I had gallstones, met this lady. I'm just trying to cut to the chase. She told me how to do this olive oil cleanse. Mm-hmm. But she told me to drink 3/4. I drank the pint of olive oil, and I passed 13 gallstones.
Oh wow!
How many gallstones in the body?
I don't know, but I passed 13 gallstones. But I fished them out and took them to the pawn shop. I'm gonna tell you, I got some money for that.
Oh really? Wow. Okay.
I said these was precious jewels.
Okay.
Came from the depths of the earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just pretty much talk about family, situational comedy, and life events. Okay.
What is it? What are some issues that you see as a female comedian, a black female comedian, with these? I'm not going to say amateur comedians or wannabe comedians. What is it that perturbs you? What gets under your skin?
We're judged as not being funny.
Okay.
So therefore, we don't get the gigs the guys get.
Okay.
We don't get booked like everyone else because we're singled out.
Okay.
And for instance, and I'm not joning on anyone, but like
Joan.
So like the famous comics, you know, some more, they use them a lot. But I don't see where they're bringing out new faces, new talent. And I think that's where, to me, the shortcomings come, because they're really missing out, you know, on a lot of talent because they recycle.
What's your thought about LGBT comedy?
In fact, right before I moved to Dallas, I think about a year before, I did a couple LGBT lesbian, gay, transgender, and